My Diary from Here to There. Story by Amada Irma Perez. Illustrations by Maya Cristina Gonzalez. Dear Diary, I know I should be asleep already, but I just can't sleep. If I don't write this all down, I'll burst. Tonight, after my brothers Mario, Victor, Hector, Raul, and Sergio and I all climbed into bed, I overheard Mama and Papa whispering. They were talking about leaving our little house in Juarez, Mexico, where we've lived our whole lives, and moving to Los Angeles in the United States. But why? How can I sleep knowing we might leave Mexico forever? I'll have to get to the bottom of this tomorrow. Today at breakfast, Mama explained everything. She said Papa lost his job. There's no work here, no jobs at all. We know moving will be hard, but we want the best for all of you. Try to understand. I thought the boys would be upset, but instead they got really excited about moving to the States. The big stores in El Paso sell all kinds of toys, and they have escalators to ride, and the air smells like popcorn. Yum! Am I the only one who is scared of leaving our home, our beautiful country, and all the people we might never see again? My best friend Michi and I walked to the park today. We passed Don Nacho's corner store and the women at the tortilla shop, their hands blurring like hummingbird wings as they worked the dough over the griddle. At the park we braided each other's hair and promised never to forget each other. We each picked out a smooth, heart-shaped stone to remind us always of our friendship, of the little park, of Don Nacho in the tortilla shop. I've known Michi since we were little, and I don't think I'll ever find a friend like her in California. You're lucky your family will be together over there, Michi said. Her sisters and father work in the U.S. I can't imagine leaving anyone in our family behind. Paragraph 10. Okay, Diary, here's the plan. In 2 weeks, we leave for my grandparents' house in Mexicali, right across the border from Calitzo, California. We'll stay with them while Papa goes to Los Angeles to look for work. We can only take what will fit in our old car Papa borrowed. We're selling everything else. Meanwhile, the boys build cardboard box cities and act like nothing bothers them. Mama and Papa keep talking about all the opportunities we'll have in California. But what if we're not allowed to speak Spanish? What if I can't learn English? Will I ever see Michi again? What if we never come back? Today, while we were packing, Papa pulled me aside. He said, Amada, mi hija, I can see how worried you've been. Don't be scared. Everything will be all right. But how do you know? What will happen to us? I said. He smiled. Mi hija, I was born in Arizona in the States. When I was 6, not a big kid like you, my mama and papa moved our family back to Mexico. It was a big change, but we got through it. I know you can too. You are stronger than you think. I hope he's right. I still need to pack my special rock. And you, Diary, we leave tomorrow. Our trip was long and hard. At night the desert was so cold we had to huddle together to keep warm. We drove right along the border, across from New Mexico and Arizona. Mexico and the U.S. are 2 different countries, but they look exactly the same on both sides of the border, with giant saguaros pointing up at the pink-orange sky and enormous clouds. I made a wish on the first star I saw. Soon there were too many stars in the sky to count. Our little house in Juarez already seemed so far away. We arrived in Mexicali late at night, and my grandparents, Nana and Tata, and all our aunts and uncles and cousins, there must be 50 of them, welcomed us with a feast of tamales, beans, pan dulce, and hot chocolate with cinnamon sticks. It's good to see them all. Everyone gathered around us and told stories late into the night. We played so much that the boys fell asleep before the last blanket was rolled down onto the floor. But diary, I can't sleep. I keep thinking about Papa leaving tomorrow. Papa left for Los Angeles this morning. Nana comforted Mama, saying that Papa is a U.S. citizen, so he won't have a problem getting our green cards from the U.S. government. Papa told us that we each need a green card to live in the States, because we were born there. I can't believe Papa's gone. Tío Tito keeps trying to make us laugh instead of cry. Tío Raul let me wear his special medalla, and Tío Chato even pulled a silver coin out of my ear. The boys try to copy his tricks, but coins just end up flying everywhere. They drive me nuts sometimes, but today it feels good to laugh. We got a letter from Papa today. I'm pasting it into your page's diary. My dear family, I have been picking grapes and strawberries in the fields of Delano, 140 miles north of Los Angeles, saving money and always thinking of you. It is hard, tiring work. There is a man here in the field named Cesar Chavez who speaks of union strikes and boycotts. These new words hold the hope of better conditions for us farm workers. So far, getting your green cards has been difficult, for we are not the only family trying to start a new life here. Please be patient. It won't be long before we are all together again. Hugs and kisses, Papa. I miss Papa so much. It feels like he left ages ago. It's been tough to stay hopeful. So far, we've had to live in the different houses with some of Mama's sisters. First, the boys broke Tia Duca's jewelry box and were so noisy she kicked us out. Then at Nana's house, they kept trying on Tia Nina's high heels and purses. Even Nana herself got mad when they used her pots and pans to make music. And they kept trying to read what I've written here, and to hide my special rock. Tia Lupe finally took us in, but where we will go if she decides she's had enough of us. Finally, Papa sent our green cards. We're going to cross the border at last. He can't come for us, but we will meet him in Los Angeles. The whole family is making a big farewell dinner for us tonight. Even after all the trouble the boys have caused, I think everyone is sad to see us go. Nana even gave me a new journal to write in for when I finish this one, she said. Never forget who you are and where you are from. Keep your language and culture alive in your diary and in your heart. We leave this weekend. I'm so excited I can hardly write. My first time writing in the USA. We're in San Isidro, California, waiting for the bus to Los Angeles. Crossing the border in Tijuana was crazy. Everyone was pushing and shoving. There were babies crying and people fighting to be first in line. We held hands the whole way. When we finally got across, Mario had only one shoe on and his hat had fallen off. I counted everyone, and I still had 5 brothers. Whew. Papa is meeting us at the bus station in Los Angeles. It's been so long. I hope he recognizes me. What a long ride. One woman and her children got kicked off the bus when the immigration patrol boarded to check everyone's papers. Mama held Mario and our green cards close to her heart. Papa was waiting at the station, just like he promised. We all jumped into his arms and laughed, and Mama even cried a little. Papa's hugs felt so much better than when he left us in Mexico. I wrote to Michi today. Dear Michi, I have stories for you. Papa found a job in a factory, and now we're living in a creaky old house in El Monte, east of Los Angeles. It's not at all like Juarez. Yesterday, everything started shaking, and a huge roar was all around us. Airplanes right overhead. Sometimes freight trains rumble past our house like little earthquakes. Every day I hold my special rock and I think about home, Mexico, and our walks to the park. Papa says we might go back for the holidays in a year or two. Until then, write me, missing you, Amada Irma. Well, diary, I finally found a place where I can sit and think and write. It may not be like the little park in Juarez, but it's pretty. You know, just because I'm far away from Juarez and Michi and my family in Mexicali, it doesn't mean they're not here with me. They're inside my little rock. They're here in your pages and in the language that I speak, and they're in my memories and in my heart. Papa was right. I am stronger than I think. And Mexico, in the States, anywhere. P.S. P.S. I've almost filled this whole journal and can't wait to start my new one. Maybe someday I'll even write a book about our journey. A note from the author. When I was only 5 years old, my family left Mexico for the United States. That time when we left Juarez behind, stayed with my nana in Mexicali, waited breathlessly for my father's letters was exciting but also painful. I didn't know then that I, like so many other economic and political refugees, could survive in a completely new place. As a teacher, I've heard many amazing stories from my students about their own journeys from one homeland to another. Some of my former students have devoted their lives to helping new immigrants who have also had to leave the comfort of home and country. They, like me, believe that we strengthen each other by telling these stories. With the love of our families and by writing in our diaries, we find the strength to thrive in our new home. Through our words, we keep our memories and culture alive, in our diaries and in our hearts. Amada Irma Perez.